Are you happy to be in Paris?
We.
So we made it to Paris. We're here, first time ever. We went out and we started exploring a little bit in our area. It was pretty cute. I thought everything was looking really cute, but it was very, very quiet and very narrow, tight streets. And we were like, is this what Paris is like?
Wherever we started exploring was very hilly and very tight streets. It was nothing like what I expected Paris to be like.
We were very surprised because I had all these cute cafes pinned, and we were there around 10 a.m. and everything was closed. I was like, what time do these Parisians wake up? We couldn't find a croissant, we couldn't find a coffee shop, we were so hungry, but they looked cute.
It seems like nothing here opens until 11 o'clock at least, so I don't know what people do before that. There seems to be a lot of people around, but nothing is open.
So then we got a little bit closer to the touristy area around the Arc de Triomphe. That's when things started looking up a little bit. There were way more people out, the streets were wider, the people were busy, and we had our first meal, which happened to be at McDonald's.
We found it difficult to know where to eat. Every cafe, which we're assuming is where you would eat, looks identical and there's no distinguishing factors between them.
We had so much to squeeze in because we came in so late, so we were just trying to grab something on the go. Everywhere wants you to sit down. Davey was like, oh, we'll keep going. We'll get to the next one. We'll get to the next one. There was no next one. They're all the same. They're all very cute looking, but I don't know how you tell any of them apart, and very, very little to go. But then we saw all the beautiful Parisian things that you think of. We saw the Arc de Triomphe, we saw the Eiffel Tower, we saw the Louvre.
We made it to Le Louvre.
I've seen this on TV.
I've only seen it on Instagram. I don't even know what's inside.
It was a lot of walking. We did it, and the sun came out later in the afternoon, and then it was beautiful. And we were like, this is feeling like Paris. We're enjoying this now. And it was a lot more enjoyable. The Eiffel Tower was not at all what I expected. I thought it was this massive tower in the center of all this green grass. I think maybe because they have construction on it right now for the Olympics in a few years, a lot of it is blocked off. And the grass here is really not well taken care of, so everything's kind of patchy or mostly weeds. And I was picturing this magical green grass area to have a picnic, have some wine, stare at the Eiffel Tower, and it was not at all like that. I felt like there was actually a lot around the Eiffel Tower. It's not in this massive open park. There's obviously a ton of people, and the construction maybe made it not as fun, but the structure itself is very incredible. It's very, very detailed. It's very cool. And it was kind of exciting. You'd be walking around the area and then bam, there's the Eiffel Tower in between all these buildings. And then you walk a little further and it disappears, and then you walk a little more and it's back in view. So it was really cool, I thought, finding little pockets to see it from, seeing it from the steps, trying to catch different views. I enjoyed that. We did, however, take the metro, which we really enjoyed, I think. The signs were a lot more clear than London.
They seem more clear than New York even.
Yeah. It's a very well-designed system, I feel. There's a train very, very frequently. We barely had to wait. The only thing I don't like is that the little tickets. I don't know how you're supposed to keep track of them, how you know which ones are used, which ones aren't. They're cute looking though. Everything is tiny in this country. Tiny coffees, tiny train tickets, tiny tables. We knew the French were gonna be hard people. I feel a lot of people say that. However, I was really trying my best here. I was smiling, I was saying bonjour, merci, au revoir, and it's really hard to get them to crack a smile. However, now after 2 days, I do feel like we have had some very kind people, especially at the metro. Sometimes the ticket just doesn't work. It's very annoying. But I had this lovely lady today say, come on, and she scanned her thing and I just went in behind her. Little things like that, I think, have been nice. So there's definitely some nice people in the city. It's just, you just gotta keep trying. Don't give up. A lot of the good restaurants that are recommended are, in fact, Italian. But one of the ones we went to is called Lulu. It's in the park. It's very close to the Louvre. And it's a very fun vibe. And I would say the food was very good. A little pricey. Definitely overpriced, I feel. But it was very good. And it was pretty exciting. And that was also our most expensive meal
by
here.
far.
We didn't really stop and have a ton of expensive meals, so I'm okay with spending a little extra money for one meal a day. Then we were exhausted, so we came back to our hotel, and there was an incredible sunset, which I'm very, very happy we were able to witness. Everything in Paris is kind of the same height, like 6 or 8 stories, and I could see the people on the ground walking, and I bet you they had no idea there was a sunset going on. But because we were on the 6th floor, we were able to see it, and it was really beautiful. We woke up very early today to go to Chateau de Versailles. We took the Eurail again. I think figuring it out is a little bit difficult, but once you're on it, it's incredible. So we just took a regular metro train to a station hub in the Montmartre. Then we took the RER train, and it went so fast. Like, it's a 15-minute train ride, but it gets you from the city center all the way out to the Chateau Versailles. The castle itself opens at 9 a.m., but the gardens open at 8 a.m. So we went early to try and avoid some of the crowds, and it was awesome. The gardens were really peaceful. The weather was really perfect. The sun was not too harsh. I really enjoyed the gardens. They're so huge and really beautiful. It's a lot to take in, and it's also really hard to show. I feel like it's really hard to see what it looks like. The best perspective is from the sky. It was really cool to see. Apparently you can rent boats and row on the massive lake there. You can also rent bikes. We didn't see any of that, but I think that would be fun to do next time. We had tickets pre-booked for 9 a.m. Highly recommend pre-booking it because the lines we saw were really, really crazy.
So we're here at the Chateau de Versailles. We don't know what to do. Walk around.
Then we got in and we were like, oh, the Hall of Mirrors is here. And we had a really hard time finding it. But we did find it, and then it was packed with people. Very incredible place to see. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, we probably could have spent 3, 4, 5 hours at Versailles in general. We could probably spend 2 hours outside and probably 4 hours inside, especially if it's as crowded as it was. Mm-hmm. But it's kind of a lot of the same stuff, room after room. I'm really glad we went, but there was so many people. I'm really glad that we went early.
And then we decided not to explore the town a little bit. I think it really would have been fun to check out the town, but because our time is cut short, we rushed back here because there were some stores we wanted to hit. So we just spent the rest of the afternoon walking around, checking out some stores that we definitely don't have in Canada. Everything here is incredible looking inside.
Yeah, a lot of the stores are deceiving. You can't tell if a store is just a couple hundred square feet or a couple thousand square feet. Some of the places we went into were enormous inside, and we had no idea. So many cool brands, so many brands we've heard of that we've never seen in real life. So much cool architecture, so much cool design.
But then we were exhausted. We have walked a lot every day, like over 15 kilometers every single day for the last 4 days. So my feet are feeling it.
And my back's feeling it. I haven't carried much, but just having a backpack on your back with water and a couple items starts to add up.
We grabbed dinner at the first spot we saw. It was Mexican, but the tacos were incredible. They were really, really good tacos. I was very surprised. I find it very strange that it's very easy to get a very cold alcoholic beverage in France, and then you get water and it's like not even room temperature, it's warm. And I love some cold water, so that's been interesting.
We expected on this trip to have some cappuccinos, baguette, wine, cheese, croissants. I don't think we've had any of those. We've had maybe 2 cappuccinos, and those were to go.
And one of my croissants was from McDonald's. It was a very good croissant.
Maybe we weren't trying hard enough or looking in the right places, but it was very difficult to just find a stand with croissants or like literally any baked goods.
Mm-hmm. We did find some pretty cool coffee shops today though.
We've noticed everything's a little more expensive than we were hoping for here.
We made it back home after the delicious tacos, and now we are ready for probably a short sleep because we are heading to Porto. We'll catch you there.